Mary, Princess Eristavi, Georgian, Erishtavi-Shervashidze, 1888 January 21, 1986, was a prominent Georgian aristocrat, fashion icon, and one of the earliest models of Coco Chanel. She held a respectable position in Georgian high society, as well as the Russian Imperial court for the last few decades of its existence. Meri is sometimes believed to be the hopeless infatuation of Galaktion Tabidze, one of the leading Georgian poets of the time. Biography, family and early life. Meri was born in Batumi, Georgia, into the family of prominent Georgian General Major Erishtavi-Shervashidze. She was popular in Georgia for her beauty and gentle complexion, and even drew compliments from Emperor Nicholas II of Russia when he met her during his 1912 visit to Tiflis. Because her father became a member of the Imperial Duma, the family soon had to move to St. Petersburg, where Meri became a lady-in-waiting to Empress Alexandra Feodorovna. After her father's death, Meri moved back to her native Georgia and spent the rest of her youth in the west of the country, with her mother and twin sisters, Ellen and Tamar. Marriage and Bolshevik invasion of Georgia. After the establishment of the First Georgian Republic following the Russian Revolution, Meri's fiancé Prince George Eristavi, an important Georgian nobleman, great-great-grandson of King Heraclius II of Georgia and a former aide-de-camp of Nicholas II, returned to Georgia with intent to marry her. They wed in Kutaisi soon after his arrival and, likely because of security reasons, settled permanently in the country, which at the time was a stable Menshevik stronghold under German protection. The peace in Georgia did not last long, and the couple was forced to flee the country in March 1921, during the Red Army invasion, to escape imminent imprisonment, deportation or death. Meri, along with other prominent Georgian noblemen and government officials, departed on a ship from the city of Batumi. She was reunited with her husband in Istanbul, where George had been waiting for her. The couple continued the voyage to France together. France and final years. After arriving in Paris, Meri and George settled on the Rue de la Tour in the 16th arrondissement, a district popular with the French high society. Because of losses incurred as a result of fleeing Georgia, Meri's family met some financial problems while living in this expensive neighborhood. For this reason, Meri's mother and sisters, Ellen and Tamar, initially lived with the young couple. This situation changed when the family managed to open its own clothing atelier and further improved as Meri found a modeling position with Coco Chanel, an increasingly popular French designer at the time. Soon after this success, Meri's family moved out and her husband, George, died. The couple had not had any children. Meri spent the rest of her life living alone and rarely made contact with other Georgian émigrés, with the exception of her visits to a local Georgian church. In the final years of her life, she was forced to move to a nursing home where, thanks to her improved financial circumstances, she was provided with a personal maid. Despite the relocation, she continued to visit her friends in the 16th arrondissement to play cards. According to her friend Babo Dadiani, Meri's room was filled with flowers from known and unknown admirers. Because of Soviet Union's closed-door immigration policy, Meri, just like other émigrés from the First Republic, was never able to return to Batumi, passing away in France at the age of 97. She and her husband were buried at Saint Genevieve des Bois Russian Cemetery. Meri was portraited by Savely Sorin, her husband by Tamara de Lempicka, a popular Polish painter. Meri and Galaktion, a famous Georgian poet. Galaktion Tabidze is sometimes thought to have been in love with Meri. The word of Tabidze's alleged romantic feelings for the princess spread throughout Georgia after the publication of his poem titled Meri. in which the poet bitterly describes the wedding ceremony of a certain Mary, without specifying whether he was referring to Princess Eristavi. Princess Mary herself disagreed with the rumors, stressing that the poem was first published in 1915 in a Georgian journal Theatre and Life, while her wedding to Prince George Eristavi did not occur until 1918. Some sources confirm this, alleging that it was only in 1935 when Galaktion met Mary by accident as she sat in front of Louvre. References